Hello everyone, let's solve some 200 problems on Leetcode using programming language Java, and let's solve some 30 plus problems, LLD problems using Java itself. So we'll be making use of Java only, right? So the first question, 1929, problem number 1929, concatenation of the array. So I'll just read out the question loudly. So given an integer array nums of length n, we have been given an integer array nums of length n. So what we need to do here, we want to create an array answer of length 2n. First, we need to create an array answer of length 2n, where iterated value of the ans, this one variable, that is equal to nums of I, and answer of I plus 1 equals nums of I that they have given. And they have mentioned that array is 0 indexed, right? So here you can clearly see that one. So this is fine. So they have given specifically answer is the concatenation of two nums array. This one we need to keep in the mind, right? So what we need to return, we have to return the array answer. So that's what they have given. Let's come to the first example here. Input, we have been given 1 to 1, right? So we have been given 1 to 1. We have to create another array, means 2n. We have been given here, create an array answer of 2n, where answer of I, this one equals nums of I, means here we have to repeat the same thing here, right? 1 to 1 output has to be 1 to 1 and 1 to 1, right? So here they have explained it clearly. The array answer is formed as follows. So see here, answer equals nums of 0, nums of 1, nums of 2, nums of 0, nums of 1, nums of 2. So answer equals 1 to 1, 1 to 1, the same thing. We need to repeat the same thing, right, in the array. So here we have been given 1 3 2 1. So we need to get the output 1 3 2 1 1 3 2 1. Again we have to repeat the same thing, means we have to duplicate this one once, all the numbers that are present in the array once. See here, 1 3 2 1, again 1 3 2 1. So explanation same thing, similar to the first example. The array answer is formed as follows. Answer equals nums of 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3. So answer equals this one, 1 3 2 1 1 3 2 1. This is fine. So let's do one thing first. Let's discuss the approach, and then let's write the code and discuss the complexities for the code that we have written. So I have considered the first example that they have given in the question. So here input, we have been given nums equals 1 to 1, nums array. We have the elements 1 to 1 within the array, right? So the output has to be 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Same thing we are repeating here, right? 1 to 1, we have to repeat that one. So that's what they have asked in the question, concatenation, right? So we will be making use of the approach hash map. We'll be going with the hash map. We'll be making use of the hash map. Just keep this in mind, right? Let's move on with the step-by-step explanation. First thing what we will do here is we will create the new array of size 2n. They have clearly mentioned in the question that we have to go with the 2n, right? So we need to display out if numbers are 1 to 1. Again we have to go with the same numbers, right? 1 to 1. We have to concatenate these two, and finally we have to return the same thing as the output, right? Here the next part is nums. So we have considered the first example here, right? Nums equals 1 to array, 1 to 1 within the array. So what we will do, we'll go with the size of the nums. Here in this case, size of the nums is 3. So here you can clearly see 1 2 3 size we are considering, right? So this is 0 index, but the size is 1 2 3. Size of the nums n equals 3. So the answer should be of the size 2n. Quite obviously here in this case 1 to 1 we have. When we go with the 2n, quite obviously n is 3 here. We know that one. 2 into 3 is nothing but 6 here. So the answer will be of the size 2n equals 6. We know this one. I hope this is clear, easy to understand, right? Let's move on with the next step here. So we want answer equals answer of 0, answer of 1, answer of 2. These three we already have. N equals 3. So 2, we are going with the 2n, nothing but 2 into 3 6. So we have to consider answer of 3 4 5 as well, right here. So this one is nums of 0 is 1 to 1. Again we are repeating the same thing, right? So let's move on with the next one here. So what we will do, we will do this by iterating over the nums once. We will be iterating over the nums array once, and we will fill the iterated value of the ans and the answer of I plus 1 in a single loop. So just keep this in mind. We'll be making use of the single loop, right? So we will be iterating over the nums array once, and we will fill iterated value of the nums and iterated value of the answer and answer of I plus 1 in a single loop. Just keep this in mind. And also we have already discussed that we will be making use of the hash map. Why we will be making use of the hash map? We have to store the values, right, somewhere, right? So we have to store the values somewhere. So we will be going with the hash map, right? So during the first pass, we'll be making use of the hash map to store the values during the first pass. So that is the reason we'll be making use of the hash map. So as we are making use of the hash map, I hope the approach is completely clear, right? So that's what we will when we write the code, you will understand that one crystal clear. So now let's discuss the time complexity. As we are making use of the hash map here, so the time complexity would be quite obviously big of n, right? Why it is big of n? So I have said already that we'll be going with a single loop, right? So we are looping through the array once. We will be looping through the array once uh, by filling two positions per iteration, answer of I and answer of I plus 1. Again, I'm telling, we are looping through the array exactly once, filling two positions per iteration, answer of I and answer of I plus 1. We have already discussed this one. So the time complexity would be big of n in this case, right? So I hope the time complexity part is completely clear, and the space complexity would be quite obviously big of n as well. Here, this is, I hope this is completely clear. So I hope let's come to the next part, space complexity. Space complexity would be big of n as well. Why it will be big of n? Because we are making use of the hash map that stores n key value pairs. In the worst case, we have to store all the n key value pairs, right? We have to check for all n key value pairs. So the space complexity would be big of n as well. So the time complexity for the code that we are writing will be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of n as well. Now I hope the approach part and the the complexities part are completely clear. Now let's start writing the code. Let's do one thing. Initially, let's get the size of the input array. So I'll just go with here, sorry, int n equals nums dot length. So we are just getting the size of the input array here, right? So next, after getting the size of the input array, let's create the new array of size 2n. We have already discussed this one during the question itself, right? So we will be creating a new array of size 2n. Why we are creating this array of size 2n? Because we have to hold the result somewhere, right? So that is the reason we'll be creating the new array of size 2n. So I'll just go with int answer equals new int of 2n, right? I'll just give here 2 into n. I hope this is clear, easy to understand. So the next step, we will be making use of the hash map. We have already discussed this one, just to stimulate the storage, right? So here, let me do one thing. Just give me a second here. Mm, let me go with, we are making use of the hash map, right? So hash map integer, comma, integer. So this is fine. Did I miss something here? No, right? Let me make use of the variable name map. Let's create the new hash map here. New hash map. This is fine. So we have successfully created the hash map. Now what we will do, we have to store each index and value in the map. For that one, we will be going with a single iteration. So I'll just go with for int I equals 0, I less than n we have considered, right? N equals nums dot length. Yeah, n, this one, let me increment the I here. This is fine. So within the for loop, as I have said, we have to store the each index and value in the map, right? So what we are doing here mainly, we are hashing, right? So we are just hashing here. We are just storing the each index and value in the map. So I'll be making use of the property put here, map dot put I comma iterated value of the nums. I hope this is clear, simple to understand. The next step is, let's fill the iterated value of the answer variable with the nums of I. So I can just write here iterated value of the answer equals, let me make use of the get property here, map dot get of I. So I hope this is clear, right? So we are just filling answer of I with nums of I here in this case. So the next step is, let's fill, we have successfully filled answer of I with nums of I. Next, let's go with answer of I plus n with the same value, right? Why we are doing that? We are doing it for the duplication. So we suppose the nums array consists of 1 to 1. We have already discussed this one. We have to duplicate the same thing 1 to 1 and concatenate it, and we have to display the result array, right? So now we have to fill answer of I plus n with the same value for the duplication, right? So I can write in this way, answer of I plus n here in this case. This one, just give me a second here. I plus n equals, again I'll be making use of the this one, get property here. This will be map dot get of I, right? So I hope this is clear. The final one here is we have to return the final concatenated array. So in this case, I'll just go with return answer, right? So this is it for the code. Let me format the code once and let me hit the run button. Just give me a second here. So yeah, let me hit the run button here. I hope this works. Let's see. So yeah, you can clearly see here the sample test cases are getting passed, right? So let me hit the submit button. I hope this works for all the test cases. Let's see. So yeah, you can clearly see here all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case. So we have already discussed the complexities part as well. So now I hope whatever the code that we have written is completely clear as well. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.